everyone, welcome back to the Integrity Botanicals YouTube channel. Today I'm doing something that I would love to become a series, and it's essentially where I revisit brands that have been around since I started making videos for the channel, basically, and that have withstood the test of time, that maybe got lost in all the newness, but still have a line that I absolutely love, that maybe just gets a little bit put on the back burner. And that brand today is going to be none other than Antonym Cosmetics. I was actually able to do this entire look that you see right here using exclusively Antonym outside of my concealer and under eye setting powder. And I go back to a lot of products in the line, but there is a lot that I forgot about, and I just fell back in love with this line. So I'm doing this really chatty style. I am introducing you to every single product that they carry. I do only have one face. I've reviewed everything in this line extensively over the years. We've got liquid lipsticks, we've got brushes, we've got powders that double as everything. We've got powder blushes, we've got the highlighting blush. You guys know I love eyeliner, brow pencil, the works, and I'm going to talk about it all here today while I'm applying it to my face. So these are really bite-sized sort of reviews, but the proof is in the pudding. This is a little bit more matte than I usually go for, but I'm thrilled with the overall look, and I wanted to show some love to Antonym because there is a reason that they have withstood the test of time. It is because their lineup is amazing, and I didn't want any of us to forget it. So I'm going to quit talking because I do plenty of that in the upcoming clips, but I really hope that you enjoyed this chatty style video. And if you want to see how I achieve this look, see some Antonym Cosmetics in action, then please keep watching. All right, so like I mentioned, this video is kind of about playing. So I just want to like rediscover these products, reintroduce you guys to them. And we're of course going to start off with foundation. They do have the Skin Esteem certified organic foundation. I'm using the shade Beige Medium Light. I remember this being a little bit more of a matte formulation, and I also remember liking to apply this with my fingers. So I'm going to go with that at least on half of my face. And it's this really moussey, whipped sort of consistency. This color might be a little bit light overall, but I will go ahead and add some warmth back into my face. But it's not a first impression, it's kind of like a first impressions. I will link like my original video down below. I've talked about Antonym a ton over the years, but I'm just so excited. I mean, like I go back to their products all the time, but immediately I can tell you we're working with like a light medium coverage. We'll see if it's buildable based off my memory. I'm definitely liking the application with my fingertips. I did just moisturize. I used the Evolve Pro Plus Ectoin Soothing Cream before I applied this, but any moisturizer will do. Definitely more matte, incredibly skin-like. And so if you have more oily skin, I know I tend to go for a more glowy product, and this might be for you. So I just used one pump. I'm going to do another pump. It seems like it's a 2-pump kind of situation. This one's almost more like a half pump I just did. But yeah, I like a little bit more of a natural look on the skin. So I'm just going to apply this, but it's nice. And I remember this wearing well as well. So I'm going to include that original review. I mean, I am a little bit older now, so there is that. But I'm just going to go and finish applying this, and then I'm also going to put on a little bit of my concealer of choice, which is the Fit Glow. So I'm just going to do that, powder my under eyes, and then we can talk about another product. But I will show you this really quick. This is really nice, actually. I think I like it more now than I even did originally, and the color is good for me as well, but I'm still going to add some warmth. All right, so here we are. Definitely more matte than I usually go for, but it gets incredibly skin-like. It's not a super flat matte, so if that's something you're looking for, amazing. I did go over the skin with a sponge just to make it look all super even. Now, if you wanted to like go above and beyond perfect the skin, they do have their baked foundation. I love Antonym's baked products. It is like a total just staple of their line, and baked products are amazing. These are on these terracotta plates. They're all rounded. They're in this great bamboo packaging as well. They come in a bunch of different shades. I'll include them down below. But what I love about these is just they give the most smooth finish because they maintain a lot of the cream properties, and that is really the beauty of a baked product, is it really stops the product from looking flat. So I don't really need too much additional coverage. I am going to go in with the number 2 brush. This is also a product that I love from Antonym. Antonym has amazing brushes. This is the number 2. Just where you want a little bit more coverage, or if you have oily skin and you want something really natural, apply this all over your face. I would compare this to like a MAC mineralized skin finish. So some people like going all over the skin with a powder, especially if you're going to put a bunch of powder on top, which is actually what we are going to do today, which is why I'm being liberal with this, but love it. I use the shade Nude all over my face. But what I'm also going to do is take the shade Dark, and I'm going to use that same number 2 brush, and we're going to bronze with this today. So there's definitely a little bit more of a subtle bronzer on my complexion, but it's going to give me a little bit of that warmth. And this is also great to use as an eyeshadow, just for really quick, easy, one and done makeup. But if you were looking for a powder for all over the face, this might be one of my strongest recommendations. The formula is just beautiful, and I myself even forget about it. That's kind of the whole point of this video, is I want to show you guys like how easy and beautiful these go on. I want to reintroduce you to all of these products. So this is the baked foundation. Use it in a multitude of ways. In fact, I think I will leave this out to use on the eyes. By the way, if you like a bigger brush, cover a little bit more surface area, we do also have the Antonym number 1. These are all synthetic fibers with the bamboo handle. They wash amazing. I've had these for years. Okay, next thing, let's move on to blush. Now, I talk about the Cheek Crushes all the time. These are their highlighting blush formulas, available in 2 different shades. Lily is the one that I have right here. They also have Cheek Crush, which is a little bit more peachy. I will definitely share that with you guys. But we've also got the baked blush in Rose. They have one in Peach as well. And again, this number 2 brush is going to be amazing because you can do so much with it. So we're going to do Rose today with a little bit of Lily on top for that glow. But again, that beautiful baked formula, that beautiful bamboo packaging. And again, these go on. I mean, I'm gonna get up close on my skin. It is just the softness of all of this is gorgeous. There's no harsh lines. They're not crazy pigmented, making them really great for building. So if you are a beginner, I think that this is a great blush. This is a great everyday shade if you have a little bit more like my complexion. I will say the shades, like, they don't have diverse shade ranges in the blushes. They're quite minimal, but if this shade works for you, the formula is beautiful. And I used to use this, you guys, like every single day. It's just, there's so much newness, and that's why I like doing videos like this. So that's Rose on. Nice, light, easy, defined. We're going like, it's definitely more matte than I usually go for right now, but I still really love it. But I'm gonna just top off the cheeks with a little bit of Lily. I'm gonna go in with that same number 2 brush. This is that highlighting blush formula. I talk about these all the time, so these I'm not gonna talk about a ton, and I'm gonna have a bunch of corresponding videos down below. This is just a little reintroduction video. I wanted to be chatty style, show you some of my faves. Okay, so now that we are blushed, I really love how the skin looks, actually. I think I would just do a setting mist to give that overall little bit more radiant look overall, but it's so, so pretty. We're gonna jump into brows. I really don't fill in my brows anymore, and that is partially why this has been forgotten, but I love the brush on the end. These come in a bunch of different colors. I have dedicated reviews for all of these, so I will include them. This is just, again, to reintroduce you. Sharpenable wooden pencil. I'm gonna use the shade medium brown. Medium brown, because I don't like when my eyebrows look too dark, and my eyebrows really are pretty full because I just got them done and reshaped, so I usually use this very sparingly to to give a little bit more definition, specifically through the tail of my brow and really lightly through the front, but it does make a difference. Okay, so you can see this is just a little bit more defined, but still not overdoing the brow. So if you like something natural, I like the tone of their products as well. Sometimes brow products could be red or green. You can also like get this really sharp and do those very hair-like minimal strokes and really construct the brow if you want, but it's not too waxy of a pencil, which I love. And then I also love that spoolie on the end. That's like a must for me in a brow pencil. But this one's great, straightforward kind of situation. And again, I don't have super skinny eyebrows, so I don't have to worry about really twisting that up. But I've used this as eyeliner in the past, and I really love it for that as well. Okay, and once we do that, the hero product for me, my longest love from Antonym, are their eyeliners. Today we're gonna use Noir. They have a brown. These really are some of the best pencils on the market. I am very partial to a sharpenable wooden pencil. This sharpens perfectly. They do have sharpeners on the end, which I love as well. Give you a nice sharp point so you can be as precise as possible. But what I really wanted to illustrate here is that this is the most rich black eyeliner. I like a lot of eyeliners that we have on the website. I use a bunch of eyeliners, like whatever I need in a pinch, but this one is my favorite, and we better not forget it. So today I'm just gonna do the easiest thing I could possibly do. It's really not super about the look, but I wanted to show you guys these products in action. Look how rich and inky black that is. So I am going to draw a little bit on the lash line, do a little bit of a swing like this, and then the other eyeshadow brush that we carry is the number 9, and I wanted to show you how I like to use this. Under eye definition is obviously great, but I'm just going to go into a black shadow, really does not matter which one, and we are going to smoke this baby out. And you don't need to be perfect. We'll kind of clean it up at the end. We just want to diffuse that color. It's also going to lock it in and make it last all day long. And what I'll do is like I'll take my sponge, there's probably a little bit of makeup still left there, make it a little sharper, but then to get it nice and crisp, I'm going to take this pencil again and draw out that line. So it doesn't get much easier, but are you seeing how rich and black and amazing that is? So repeat it on the other eye. And then we are going to go in with the Lola Lash 2 by Antonym. This wand is one of those plastic bristly wands. This one's amazing for length. And I have length in my lashes, so I usually go more for volume. But this one's really light. It's very separating. So if this is something you're looking for, definitely one to consider. This is one that I find I don't wear a ton on its own, if I'm being honest, but I like to have a mascara like this on standby to go through my lashes once I've really layered it on, because it is not the most volumizing in the world, but it's perfect for the look we have going on today. Okay, so the eyes are done. You know what I'm actually gonna try to do? This might be too dark. I think I'm gonna use the eye pencil as a bit of a contouring lip liner. I'm blending it out a lot though. And this is definitely more of like a cool tone brown shade. So this is what you're looking for. Another little pro tip. All right, keeping it really subtle, not overdoing it. But we're gonna go with their liquid lipsticks. The liquid lipsticks are being filtered off of the website, but we still have Nena and Tara available, so I'm going to put one of these on. I'm actually going to do the shade Nena, and all of these are beautiful nudes. Again, I've reviewed and swatched these, and I wanted to talk about them in this video because I think maybe the word liquid lipstick gets a little bit of a bad rep. These are not drying. They're really just like a moussey formula. Again, if you like a little bit more of a matte, if you want something you have a little bit more control of, because they're these great, almost straight doe foot applicator that really allow you to like draw that lip line, which I think is phenomenal. And if you are into this sort of shade, you can now get it on sale. And then I believe, yeah, Tara is a little bit lighter, I think. A little peachier. Let's do a little bit of this and then it'll... Alright, you guys, that is it. This is my completed look using all Antonym cosmetics. I really loved going down memory lane and I hope you guys did too. If you want to shop any of these products right here, right now, I will have links to all of them in that description box down below. And while you're down there, if you wouldn't mind giving the video a big thumbs up, subscribe. I upload new videos here every single Monday. And also before you go, check out all of our social media handles, subscribe to our newsletter. We're absolutely everywhere. Let me know what brand I should revisit next that we really love, and let's show some love to Antonym. They are the very greatest. And I will catch you guys in my next one. Bye.